Long before modern borders and flags, southern Greece spoke more than one language. There was a time when, around Athens and across Attica, the words echoing through the streets were not only Greek but Albanian. The people who spoke it were known as the Arvanites. They weren't outsiders or newcomers, they were an old population of the region whose ancestors had lived in southern Greece for centuries. Their language, Arvanitika, was a southern branch of Albanian, shaped over time by contact with Greek, Latin, and local dialects. When we speak of the Arvanites, we speak of people who helped build the foundations of modern Greece itself. They farmed the land, protected mountain passes, served in local armies, and became part of the story of every town and village from Attica to the Peloponnese. By the 1400s and 1500 seconds, Arvanetica was widely spoken in the countryside around Athens. Many travelers wrote that in Attica, even near the capital, people spoke Albanian more often than Greek. In fact, some of the oldest Athenian families were Arvanite-speaking, and parts of the city preserved this heritage for generations. When the Greek War of Independence erupted in 1821, the Arvanites stood at the front lines. Marcos Botsaris, Odysseus Androutsos, Laskarina Bubulina, Karaskakis all came from Arvanite families. They spoke Albanian in their homes, prayed in Greek churches, and fought under the same dream freedom. They didn't see a contradiction between being Arvanite and being Greek. To them, these identities were woven together. Language was heritage, but loyalty was shared. Their courage and sacrifice became part of Greek national memory, even as their language slowly began to disappear. After independence, the new Greek state pushed for one national language, Greek. Over time, Arvanetica faded from schools, churches, and city life. Yet in villages of Attica, Boeotia, and the Peloponnese, the old tongue survived, whispered between elders, sung in traditional songs, carried quietly through generations. Today, only a few still speak Arvanetica fluently. But the legacy of the Arvanites remains strong in family names, in culture, and in the very history of Athens itself. A forgotten truth remains. Once upon a time, the heart of Greece, Athens, spoke Albanian.